Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another fine edition of the Beers and Deers podcast. As always, the Guillotine, Rambo, Tower Power. Ryan Maitland's joining us once again. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, good to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Man. And before the shenanigans start flowing, it was someone's birthday this week.
Okay.
And,
all right.
Well, picked up a little something special.
Fuck yeah.
I had to do a little something. I had to leave the party early last night for a situation that we won't talk about, but
yeah, well, that's neither here nor there. Yeah,
fired off.
I'm 29 for old Daddy Guillotine.
Yucky.
Yeah, hey man, at least I'm not in that 30 club as you two.
Hey. Yeah, next year, you bastard.
I might throw up after this, everyone, so be prepared. Don't give me that much.
Shot of Jack, yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's a shot glass, right?
Yeah, that's a hell of a shot.
I'm going to do mine out of my Super Bowl pick. There's my Super Bowl pick right there.
Okay. That's my pick too, man. I really think
Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't want to see Tom Brady win another
fucking
Super
Bowl.
I do.
Dude,
Why?
He is the man. I'll give him that.
It'll be number 7.
But come on.
I respect the dominance.
Let the kid fucking start building his dynasty.
We'll never see that again. The only guy we'll ever have the possibility of seeing that again from is Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's why I'm pulling for him.
Tom Brady is the last of the Mohegans. He's the pocket passer.
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
No, you really don't. It's a dying breed.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I saw a stat today that
Rodgers is...
Yeah, but he's old too.
Yeah, he's not real young anymore.
I saw a stat today that blew my mind. Like, actually, to take a second to think about it. And Mahomes has a chance to win his second Super Bowl before he loses his 10th career game.
Wow.
Jesus.
Like, think about that. Like, holy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Andy Reid signed like a 12-year something silly, didn't he?
Did he really?
Yeah, like a 12-year deal or something.
God.
He's going to be dead?
He's being paid exclusively in barbecue.
Oh, he's a fat load, dude. He's fucking... Yeah, he's going to die, though. I thought he was going to die in Philly.
Beat us.
Cheesesteaks and fucking that Kansas City barbecue, man. He's all about it out there, dude.
Yeah, Big Red, baby.
Fucking Big Red, bro.
Him and Red looks way too much like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Yeah.
Can't fucking handle it.
Great coach, but man, he's going to die before that 12th year.
I love Andy Reid, man.
I do too.
I always have a special spot in my heart for old Andy. All right, let's do this.
Happy birthday,
Happy
my
birthday.
brother.
Thank you. We are headed to Colorado tomorrow morning. Me and Ryan are going skiing, hitting the slopes. Only thing that I'd rather do more is hunt elk out there, but skiing is a close second, and it is also a bucket list thing for me that I've always wanted to do is go skiing out in Colorado. So I'm stoked about it. We got the storm coming in, so we're getting up at probably about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Fuck those!
Jesus.
Yeah.
John, I'll be down here drinking beer still.
You guys still be up.
Me, Runsky, and Cora down here just slamming beers.
Oh man.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So, all right. There's something I need to address because I made a little whoopsie, if you will.
Yeah.
Sunday, and we all of us, for whatever reason, I think one of us just said, "Oh yeah, we got to the end of January," and we all just kind of ran with it. Well, I went hunting Sunday, which was not in hunting season.
January 31st.
Yeah, January 31st. It actually ended the 30th. Now, no harm was done. I didn't shoot anything or anything like that. And actually, I got a text from John. I was in the stand, and I was like, oh, well, fuck me. I guess I'll climb down. But luckily, we had somebody message us on Instagram and be like, dude, season ended yesterday.
Yeah, that was Chance.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Chance.
Thank you, Chance. I'm glad I didn't shoot anything.
He'll be
No harm, no foul, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
John was like, get down out of your stand slowly and get to your vehicle as soon as you can.
Run.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad. Now, if I would have shot something, I would have reported it and just basically been like, hey man, I fucked up. You know, what are you gonna do?
I mean, it just goes to show you have to read your book.
Yeah.
Back to cover, back to cover, back to cover, and know the laws.
And because we're usually on top of shit like that. You know, we know our dates and stuff. But
we just figured Saturday, and it was still open on Monday, but for the traditional
friendship.
Yeah. So we figured it just kind of was like,
yeah.
Why wouldn't it?
yeah. But just don't figure read the book, know the regulations.
And the apps. There's apps for all this
Yeah.
shit.
And hopefully you didn't listen to us and go kill a deer on Sunday with a regular compound.
Sorry if you did.
Sorry about that if you did. I owe you a beer.
You either killed something or you didn't.
Hey,
I mean, there's no gray area.
they weren't. We weren't on live.
Live for that. Yeah. But so the buck. The reason I went Sunday was because we were unsuccessful in trying to find my buck, and so initially we thought that I had shot it in the neck, but once we found the arrow, it was pretty apparent that it was a shoulder shot because it only got in 3 or 4 inches and the broadhead was missing, and we just couldn't find blood. We scoured the woods, looked all over, and we just couldn't find him.
He will live.
Yeah, I hope he will. And I went back actually on my birthday and looked again, and I looked again on my birthday and no sign of him.
Yeah, me and
Yeah, what was that? I didn't get to partake in that. I'd work.
we tried. I mean, we tried to find blood. We found the arrow, and we kind of walked to try and locate a speck of blood to maybe get a dog out there. And we couldn't find anything. And he killed that doe the same night, and we found that blood. Without finding the buck's blood, it would have just been futile to call a dog in.
Yeah, it sucks, man. Especially, I mean, last day of the season, I finally get a shot on a buck, and
it was the Cinderella story.
Yeah, it really was, and I dropped the ball, man. And you know what, dude? I am dedicating this off season to. I'm going to be shooting at 80 yards, getting killer groupings. Like, dude, I'm dedicating this off season to becoming the best I can possibly do with my bow. I'm not making that mistake again. And a lot of it, I don't think it was so much my shot placement. Looking back now, I think it was the position of the deer that I took the shot at. Yeah. I think I should have waited with that quartering too. Mm-hmm. I made the mistake of taking the shot to begin with. I don't think it was so much the execution of the shot. Because I probably hit about where I aimed for, but it was just a less than ideal position for the deer. Quartering 2 shots are that's $2 now I've lost to quartering 2 shots.
Yeah, quartering 2 shots are tough. It doesn't matter if you're going to hit them right behind the shoulder or not. You're still going to catch a lot of guts.
Yeah.
And you did what you should have done. You aimed for the exit.
Yeah.
But aiming for the exit, you shot the shoulder blade.
Yeah.
And, you know.
That's the thing. If you're gonna take a quartering 2 shot, you got to go a little far back and hope you catch one lung, and you're still gonna catch guts then.
Or hit them right in front.
Yeah.
And hope you
get in between the shoulder blade and the neck. I mean, honestly, I think that would have been a better option. Is to try and hit him high, like in front of his shoulder, with that downward angle.
He was a strange quartering too. Like
it was tough, man.
I don't know if you would have got anything if you would hit him in front of the shoulder blade.
Yeah,
you know.
Right. Then I probably because he was just a touch quartering too. Yeah. You know, if I would have hit in front of the shoulder blade, I would have probably just caught the opposite shoulder.
Yeah,
you know
got
what I mean?
Just a bunch of brisket and
yeah. So it was just not a good shot to take, and Hey, you know what? Got to get better.
But when it all culminates for a big buck, it's gonna be that much sweeter.
Yeah, it is. Because you know what, man, I've put in so much work and time into this now. Like I refuse to go another year buckless. I have to get one next year. I really have to. It is my sole mission.
I'll dedicate my season to getting you a buck.
Hey, now we're talking. Next year, I know I've said it in years past, because, man, I love shooting does. I just love shooting does.
I don't blame you.
But this year, man, I'm serious. I'm not shooting a doe till I get a buck. I'm not. I'm doing it. I'm going to stick to it.
That's one of those crazy It's one of those crazy Seth things, man.
Yeah, right.
It sounds good, I know. And I say it every year almost, but this year I really need to stick to it. I do.
Well, I look forward to seeing that Snapchat of you hovering over a doe, smiling ear to ear. I look forward to getting that next year.
Are you going to be able to do it? if you got
I don't know,
if
man.
you got a big donkey, a big old slick head, a big old nanny, 20 yards, are you gonna be able to do it?
No.
I don't know. Probably not.
Especially early in the year. Hey, you gotta wait all this time.
You
There's
ain't
no
shot
way.
a deer in 8 months. You
Yeah.
got some big old doe in front of you.
yeah.
If you can, good on you. If you can fucking not shoot that
Oh,
deer.
yeah.
I just man, that's tough for me, man. I love shooting does. I love shooting does.
I mean, I got 10 deer in the freezer, and 8 are does.
Yeah.
And I thought 9 were gonna be does, but you know, it's phenomenal. Just send the arrow through a fucking doe.
The mythical flight of that arrow.
Yeah, I went and shot out the old man's today. Stretched her out to 60 yards.
Did you?
That is soul cleansing.
Yeah.
Watching an arrow.
It's cathartic.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
probably sent 100, 150 arrows downrange.
No shit.
Wow.
Yeah, just and by the last group, I was like, man, I'm pretty fucking sore.
Yeah.
My right lat was on fire. My delt was on fire on the left side.
Yep.
But like, I kept saying like, this is my last one. This is my last one. This is my last one. And I had to keep going because
Yeah.
just watching that arrow fly down range and hit right in the bullseye.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
It's like Ted Nugent says, it's a soul cleanser. It really is.
It is. It is.
You forget about everything. The too many minds.
Yeah.
You forget about it.
That of Too Many Minds. That's from that movie, the Samurai
Yeah.
movie. Yeah. What is that called again?
I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, The Last Samurai with
Yeah,
Tom
yeah, yeah.
Cruise.
I've never seen that.
Too Many Minds. Oh, you've never seen
No,
that?
no.
Never
That's,
seen it either.
that's a great movie. Yeah, that's like probably my favorite Tom Cruise film, and I'm not a big Tom Cruise fan. Not on the full tail. So.
We have Seth's children down here.
Yeah.
But it's true, like the too many minds, once you get that arrow back to full draw, you forget about everything.
Yeah.
It's
There's something special about it. And you know what? I've thought about like this year, I might even get into like maybe some archery competition, like something
about that.
extracurricular, something that I can do to keep me going through it in the off season. And I've never done any competitive archery, but man, I'm thinking pretty hard about doing
That'd
it.
be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hell, why not? You know, I love to
feel
shoot
like-
my bow.
I feel like me and you are above average archers.
I'd say so. I mean, there's not a whole lot of guys that can get nice groups of 60.
Yeah, I was hitting 60 and I could wrap my hand around the 60 yard.
Yeah.
At 8 arrows.
Yeah.
I was touching. So.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially we get some, because we were both interested in getting some sights that'll actually help us with the longer range stuff, some ones that stick out a little further.
I gotta talk about that.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at a spot hog single pin, and the reason being is so your sight, the sight I have now, the HHA, it's an awesome sight, and it's a single pin adjustable. I can go from 0 to 80 yards with it. And I love that sight. You have the same sight, don't you?
Yeah.
But the thing of it is it's not that long. And if you have the longer your sight is, the smaller that pin will be on your target.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're shooting at stuff farther away, the pin isn't the size of your fucking target. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to work with for long range stuff. And it's even smaller when stuff is up close. That pin will look like maybe the size of the shot glass on the deer as opposed to the size of the beer can. You know what I mean? Like it's just a smaller dot. And I want to get the .10 instead of the .19
Really?
reticle.
You want to go with that
I want to
little
get
one?
that tiny little thing, man. And there's ups and downs to both, but
Yeah.
I want the little one, and I want to get that the spot hog. I think it's called the Hog Father is the one I'm looking at. It's a real nice sight. It's like $280.
That's my nickname at the VFW.
$280.
Hog Father.
Yeah.
He's spearing whales. at
That's
2
what I
a.m.
do at the VFW. Hog Father, man.
What were you talking about?
Well, I have myself talked out of getting a single pin.
Oh.
What?
Okay, I gotta talk about this. I'm gonna keep the multi-pin for deer hunting, but you just mentioned competitions. I mean, maybe we talked about last year the Total Archery Challenge out in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna get the multi-pin, but I feel like for hunting, man, these animals can come in and dart off to different yardages, and I don't want to be ranging and then changing my yardage as it goes. I just want the yardages to be right there.
Yeah.
So for targets, okay, fine, I'll change my yardage.
Right.
But for hunting, I want to keep the multi-pin just because. And I watched a John Dudley. If you're not following John Dudley on YouTube, follow him because he is a wealth of knowledge.
Oh yeah.
And he kind of agreed with me, like with hunting, especially whitetail. Like you don't know if it's going to be 20 and then jump back to 40, 50.
Yeah.
And you got to adjust the sight.
Mm-hmm.
You got to range and then adjust the sight. But for target shooting, total archery challenge, you can take your time, adjust the sight.
Mm-hmm. Now, how do you feel? So there's a double pin, a 2-pin. It's like a single pin, but it's got a 20 and a 30.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's the same thing.
For that, you could leave it at 25 and 35.
That's the exact setup I have in my bow right now.
And that's the thing. Like with mine, if I put my single pin on 25, anything 30 and under is dead.
Yeah, I've thought about that too, but if I'm going to have that, if I'm going to have a top pin
And a bottom.
and a bottom pin, just keep the multi-pin.
Yeah.
Because I don't have any it's a lot going on, but it's what I've shot with my entire life.
So you're used to it.
Yeah, I know how to just hone in on a sight
Yeah.
and forget about the rest.
And it's working for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what you like. I think honestly, I love my single pin, but I might go to a double.
Yeah.
If Spot Hog even has that. I know
They do.
HHA does, but if Spot Hog has the double, I'll probably get the double pin.
Yeah, they got the double. It's
Because that is
20 and then it would be 20 and 40.
Yeah, but I can set it to 25 and 45 or
Yeah.
whatever, you know what I mean? I think it's 20 and 40, or it might even be 20 and 30. Is it 20 and 40?
It's 20 and 40.
Okay, well, yeah, that's fine.
And so 30 would be just, put it right in the center.
Yeah, yep, yeah, and that's nice. So I'll probably go with the double pin. I mean, that would be probably a little better for hunting, I think.
I've thought about the multi-pin slider so I
Yeah.
can stretch it out.
Yeah,
The bottom pin would be 120 yards.
Mhm.
I think I might go that route.
that's a good idea.
But the single pin,
That way for target, man.
yeah,
Because with a 5-pin, I mean, even with a 5-pin, which is, man, there's a lot going on there. What do you got? You got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You know what I mean? If you want to go past 60, which I like to do from time to time, you can.
yeah. I went out to 67 and a half as far as I could go at my dad's house, and I put the 60-yard pin on the top of the target, and I almost buried that arrow in the fucking dirt.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't have a point of reference.
Yep. At that range, 10 yards is a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. At under 30, like your 30-yard pin and your 20-yard pin are only going to be a little bit apart.
Yeah.
But your 50-yard pin and your 60-yard pin are going to be a ways apart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, with my bow, they're all mashed together.
Yeah.
And at 60, they're all right on. So, I don't
Yeah, that depends on the speed of your bow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If your bow's shooting real fast, your targets or your dots are going to be closer.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I was actually looking at my bow today, and I finally realized, I was looking at the cams, I have 85% let off on the old Helix.
Yeah.
I thought it was 80.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got 85% cams on there.
Yeah, mine's 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm at full draw, I'm only holding 11 pounds.
Wow. But take an 11-pound or a 10-pound weight and hold it out in front
Yeah.
of you. It takes it'll wear you out.
My delt was on fire.
Yeah.
Holding that thing up.
Well, if you shot as much as you did, I'm fucking sure it was.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shooting.
The last group, I was like, okay, don't lose an arrow. But it was fun. It was so cleansing to get out there and just shoot it.
Yeah, man.
Because during the season, I didn't shoot.
Yeah. Because I don't shoot much during the season either. I shoot, the most I shoot is like August. I fucking really start shooting, and I'll start in like July, but August, man, I'm shooting every day, every single day. And then during season, I try to shoot once a week. You know what I mean? But even that, sometimes I don't do.
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes I don't.
My backyard's not that big. I only got 30 yards, so it's
Yeah.
not doing me any good. My dad's, I can stretch it out.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
take a nice angle, I can get 120 yards.
Yeah. I can get out to about 60 at my place. But like we've shot I think 60, at least 50 at my place a
Yeah.
couple times. 60, you just stand back a little further.
It's crazy. Like you shoot 60, and then you walk up 10 yards to 50. It's like, oh, this is a chip
This
shot.
is
Bang,
easy.
bang, bang.
Yeah, what a difference.
I shot a group at 50, and it was legit like that big.
That's a hell of a group of 50.
And it felt like nothing.
Yeah.
And then I walked up to 30, and I was like, okay, I
Yeah.
can spit on this.
Yeah. That's why I like shooting far out, man, because it makes those 30-yarders chip shots.
Yeah.
Like I was shooting 50, and I was grouping probably about like this at 50. You know what I mean, like a baseball size or softball size 50. And 60, I'm pretty comparable with 60 and 50, about the same size grouping. 70s when I start to get some larger groups, like dinner plate size groups.
I've never shot at 70.
Yeah.
I don't have the sightage.
I've shot at 80. 80 is the furthest I've shot, and at 80, I'm about the same dinner plate size shooting groups. I'd be comfortable shooting an elk at 80. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would never shoot a whitetail. Honestly, I try to stay 40 or under for whitetail. I've never tried. I've shot one deer over 40 as a whitetail, and that's it. Because most of the time, I'm just and of course that's super circumstantial. If that deer is on, if he's wired, if he's got any hint that there's a predator in the area, absolutely not.
Oh yeah.
But if he's got his head down, he's eating and fucking completely oblivious to me, I feel comfortable. I'm not fucking wired, shaking. I'll try a 50-yarder on a whitetail.
Yeah, because if that deer's at 50 yards and it knows the jig is up, that deer is gonna be long gone before that arrow hits.
Yeah, that deer's gonna duck that every time.
Yeah.
And you can try to compensate for that, but at that point, are you making an ethical shot? You know what I mean? So no, I don't do that unless the stars align. You know what I mean? What was that shooter pass you had for us, Winsky?
Shooter pass.
Good one.
Kisser buttons. Shooter pass.
For personally me, I pass.
So you're passing on the kisser button?
I shot a kisser button from when I could literally remember up until last year. And Autumn Sky, when I bought my bow, I guess it was 2019, so it wasn't last year, it was the year before, pretty much last year, brand new year. They installed the kisser button wrong, so nothing against Autumn Sky, but when I shot my bow, the open part of the kisser button damn near ripped my fucking bottom lip off. I was bleeding everywhere. I was like, oh god.
Oh, you were bleeding?
I was bleeding.
No shit.
Yeah, I was bleeding. I was like, this is where it ends. Right in my backyard. This is where it ends. And I went right down to the basement. I took my little knock pliers and I took that fucking thing off. And it's freedom without it, to be honest with you. Because I agree with it for a beginning archer to get the knocking point, but if you know what you're doing, like me and you don't need it.
Wow.
Because you know where you're coming on your face with your you don't need it. hey, you know where you're coming on your face.
Is that why you always got bush light dribbling out of your mouth?
Hey.
Fucking kisser button.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What the hell's a kisser button?
Oh,
You're-
my
He doesn't have
God.
one?
I've never even heard of it.
He's
It's
got a
it's-
kisser button.
Yeah, it's,
What is it?
it's the piece. It's
the
like a
little
piece of plastic
piece that
you
you
tuck in
bring,
the corner of
that's
your
on your
lip.
string that you bring to the corner of your lip face.
Where I put my release into?
No,
No,
that's a D-loop.
See,
You might not have a kisser button.
Maybe
I
not.
thought so.
think he
You should
does.
probably get one. I got one
Must not.
upstairs. I'll give it to you before
You
you
guys
leave.
talking about this?
He doesn't
tonight.
need one.
Well, if you don't have
Yeah.
it, then I personally, I'm gonna shoot. I like the kisser button.
Yeah.
I, like you said, I could probably not use it, but it's just what I've always done. So
Comfort.
Yeah, I
Me too.
leave it
Yeah,
on.
I'm shooting on the kisser button.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know what to do with myself without it.
yeah. I've never had it like every once in a while. I've had it like grab a beard hair, but for the most part, I don't have any problem.
Dude,
with it.
It's
that
almost as bad.
motherfucker grabbed my lip and just about ripped it off. I was bleeding everywhere.
Oh, the force that string moves, man.
200 mile an hour.
Yeah,
I've ripped some beard hair out in my release. I told you that story. Remember that?
yeah.
I was out back shooting and that release caught in my damn hair.
I don't think so.
No, yeah.
You don't need one then.
Yeah, if you don't have one, but then again, it might be worth trying. I don't know. So I got to get a new string this off season. I'm going to take my bow to Autumn Sky when I get back from Colorado.
Take it to me. I'll tune it.
No, I need a string.
Hey,
Unless you got a bow press.
bow press. Hey, hit us up.
If you want to sponsor the
Yeah,
podcast,
give me a bow press.
get us a bow press.
I'll fix your bow for you.
Hell yeah.
But
We do. I would like to get one. It's like Ryan was saying about golf. Like archery
I
can be.
wasn't talking shit with golf.
Archery might be an expensive hobby, but at least it ain't fucking golfing. It's not that expensive. And it's only as expensive as you make it. Like you can bow hunt for fairly cheap once you get set up.
Well, golf's like that too. You can buy a set of. You can use the same set of clubs.
Yeah,
for
but you got to pay
your
for
life.
tee time every
it's
time you
tee
go.
time.
What are you talking about?
$20.
$20. What are you playing on?
Dude.
Par 3.
You
maybe?
expect-
No,
I'm a big golfer, so
You
I
find
can
a-
shoot
you
this
find
down
a
all day.
Trashy ass golf
Literally, I
course.
told Seth,
that.
I'm like,
Golf,
I've
dude.
had inexpensive hobbies my
Dude,
whole life.
golf now.
There's bikers.
Yeah.
Fucking in the
Oh, yeah.
woods.
Inexpensive
Golf, listen to
hobbies
me.
my whole
Dude,
life.
I can have
Every
you-
time I'm like, oh shit, this is expensive.
Dude.
I think I don't play golf.
Golf now. That app, dude. You can get tee times cheap, dude.
We
We golfed white clay, which is like
$100.
for this. It's like a fucking top 10 course in Delaware for like $40.
The only thing I count when I
Still
golf is how many
$40.
beers.
But I mean, it's normally like $110 a golf
How
cart
much,
course.
you know, how much it cost me to hunt in Fair Hill?
Well, it's
$20 a year.
golf's one of those things, man, where it's like it's another one of those technical things.
You know how much
Yeah.
rubies cost?
A lot.
Ruby's cost? It's $1.50.
But
you know how much a girlfriend costs? A
yeah,
lot
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than $1.50.
Yeah.
I mean,
Daddy.
like, but
We'll
golf,
talk about that.
yeah, golf's one of those things, man. If you enjoy like technical shit, it's a blast, man. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Speaking of, never mind. I won't mention that on the pod because I don't want.
Joe, listen.
Yeah. Well, here's another shooter pass. Prenuptial agreements.
Shoot.
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 Okay.
Awesome. We all agree about
Shoot.
prenuptial agreements. Yeah. My thing about a prenuptial agreement is coming from someone experienced in the matter. It doesn't fucking hurt, and like I get it. Like, oh, what, you're planning for failure.
No.
I understand that, but let's just be realistic here. Marriage. It's like, why are we even doing this?
Exactly.
You know what? I love you so much. Let's get the government involved in
Why
this relationship.
get married
To be
at
honest,
all?
Yeah, what's the point?
What is it doing?
Yeah.
She loves it. I love getting laid.
Yeah.
How about
That's all
just
there
have
is to it.
how about just have a giant party and say, oh, we're married, but just
But
don't.
don't actually get
Do the
legal part of
fun
it.
stuff that
Yeah.
women want to do, but
Like,
don't.
if I ever get married again, I think that's what I'd do.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not legally married, but like
Yeah.
have a ceremony and everything, and like just call it marriage.
nowadays they just want the big giant fucking $50,000 party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All it is nowadays.
Yeah. It's like I just don't understand. It's like let's pretend you have a kingdom and I have a kingdom, and our two kingdoms are gonna come together and have this giant party. I heard like a comedian talking about that. Like, what? It's just so unrealistic, man. Like,
Yeah.
why are you wasting $20,000 to have this one day? It just, I don't know.
And then when shit goes south, which
It often does,
Often?
51% of the time.
I think it's more than that, but
Yeah, because the other 49% just ain't happened yet.
yeah. When it does go south, and then the man, 90% of the time, has to just pay for every fucking thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's circumstantial. It's not necessarily sexist. At least not anymore. Now women are. It used to be that way, but
Yeah.
now we don't get shafted quite as hard.
Okay, but either way, somebody has to just front the fucking bill, no matter if you're a man or a woman. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't help anybody.
No.
I married my right hand 15 years ago, and we're still going strong.
I'm married fucking deer hunting,
Yeah.
and it is giving back in dividends.
Cheers to that, eh?
boys. Fuck yeah. I don't know. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Yeah. Is my dog in here?
Yeah, she's over here laying down.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a good old girl.
We got kids running around, dogs running around. We got fucking everything running around.
Yeah, they went upstairs, by the way. So the non-PG shit I've been saying. I'm not a bad dad. They're upstairs.
Yeah, we're in a different location, obviously tonight, unless you don't watch YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so season's over.
And we're already.
This is going to be the last episode of season 1 of the Beers and Deers podcast. So, Ryan, I'm glad to say you are here for the season finale. And dude, what a year it's been for you, man. I couldn't be more proud.
I feel like
as a dad.
I feel like a
you
proud
know?
uncle.
You guys are all my dads. No, John, your dad too.
I feel like a really proud uncle.
It's more
I
like
promise
you,
I won't
it's
tickle
more
your
like
butthole.
You and Seth are my dads, and then Rumsky's my uncle.
I'm the drunk uncle.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What the hell? I don't know what's going on around here anymore.
So it has been a hell of a year if I think about it. Like, I remember lifting at the Y. That's how I met Seth, is from lifting weights. We used to compete in powerlifting together. And he was always talking about bow hunting. I'm like, that's something I'd love to get into. And then COVID happened, and I'm talking to him, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got the time now. Might as well get into it. Started looking on Craigslist, found a bow, had his direction.
I'll be right back. I gotta go take my kids to their mom.
Oh,
Copy that.
He was the feature point of this conversation.
yeah, keep going.
But, talking to him, I'm like, hey, like, I might as well get into this.
Yeah.
So he steered me in the right direction, bought a bow from Craigslist. And COVID, like, the blessing for me is that it actually it forced me into this.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember shooting with him in March and, like, just learning how to shoot. And then I remember September came. It was September because I remember it was, like, his Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
And I came up and I was like, hey, man, I just want to sit in a stand and know what that's. I want to know what it's like. And he was like, all right, man. So I came up, I sat in a stand, and we didn't see shit.
Hey.
But it was a morning sit, and I was like, this is unbelievable. I've never been a part of sitting in the woods and having it come to life in front of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was disappointed when Seth came and told me, let's get out of the stand, no deer coming.
That's mine. Patna.
And it came to the point where the eagle sucked the next day, and I'm like, hey, man, like,
Yeah.
let's go hunting again.
Yeah.
And that was the time, like, if you guys remember the first time I was on the Cat podcast, when there was actually a deer.
You had
in
a deer at the
rain.
base of your tree?
I pulled back.
And you didn't shoot it?
Scared it off. No, I scared it off. Terrified it. Because I had no idea what to do. And then I was like, I need more of this. I need more of this.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I came up every 2 weeks. I feel like on average.
Yeah, you were
every
coming
2 to
up,
3
man.
weeks.
You are our most. I don't even put this. You're the guest that is on the most.
Yeah. I told them, I'm the guest that the people are like, oh shit, he's
This-
on again?
This fucking guy.
He contributes nothing.
Yeah, you do. I'm actually a little disappointed with my year.
No, I wouldn't be.
I am.
No way,
I put a lot of sits, man.
dude. No what? You have 2 deer
Yeah,
on
but
the motherfucking board. 2 deer with a bow. Give me a break. Come on.
hold myself to a higher standard.
I understand that, but I mean, you killed 2 deer your first year bow hunt. You killed 2 deer. Have you eaten any of that deer?
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Did you get your deer?
I don't
back?
buy any
Just got it
fucking
today.
dude. I don't buy any. I don't buy. It's all deer meat. I don't buy any red meat.
How hype are you to get a backstrap in your belly?
I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Did you eat it? Did you eat?
I haven't had any yet.
Dude!
I just got it today.
Oh, you just got it today.
I think I'm gonna give a good amount of it away.
What?
I'm gonna
Alright.
I'm gonna give my dad a couple steaks.
Oh,
I'm
nice,
gonna give my
okay.
uncle a couple steaks.
Make sure they eat it,
They will.
because people are
They
like,
will.
yeah. Make
And
sure.
it's more of like, I don't have a lot of freezer space right now. I don't move into my new place for a month. And I'm like, I want to kind of support the people that have supported me.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
So, what are you going to do differently next year?
Keep doing what I'm doing, man. I had to switch gears. What really hampered me later in the season was switching gears to public land.
Yeah.
So it's being able to have feeders out, mineral licks, buck burb, and having all that shit out, you're spoiled. You know what I mean? You know where they're gonna come. Public land, it's a whole different. So I had a lot of learning to do on public land this year. It's a grind, and making that transition in the winter months is even more of a grind.
Yeah.
So scouting public property that you've never been on, dealing with other hunters, dealing with the winter lull. It's just like, fuck though.
Well, we're gonna bang some door down.
Yeah, we're gonna,
down
and that's gonna lead right into
when he gets back.
yeah,
down
when
here.
Seth gets back down, we'll
But
we'll dive into that.
I've been doing my research on that. Like, it's pretty much just common sense shit. Like, you don't want to show up to someone's house looking like a hobo,
Right.
But then again, you don't want to look like a businessman,
Right.
You just,
Show up
get to the
presentable.
point.
Yeah.
But I've also learned that it might be more of a foot into the door if you ask to turkey hunt first, because people see deer differently than turkey.
Absolutely.
So
That's a good move.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
So you might want to ask to turkey hunt first,
Ease into it.
and
And
then
then, hey, by the way, do you mind if
exactly.
I do
Once
some deer
like
hunting,
July,
right?
August comes around, you say, hey, BT Dubs, can I kill a deer?
And once they see you're respectable, you're not damaging their property, you know what I mean, you're a nice guy, help them out with whatever they need help with.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like say like I'll help you out.
But yeah, we're definitely
whatever.
Like one up.
but definitely between the three of us, between the three of us, I feel that if we can get out and about and knock on some doors, something will come up.
Yeah.
And we were talking. You've been we were waiting for you to come back down. You've been working on something at your workplace.
So
3 of you plus guest.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So at my work, and there's a million ways you can go about asking for permission.
I'll open it up. I got you.
But it's a little different when it's an employer.
Yeah.
It's a delicate process. So the way that I'm approaching it is basically I got all the legal aspects of it. So I found the law articles, like in the state of Maryland, if you give someone permission to hunt on your property and something happens to them, you're not liable as a property owner.
Yeah.
So I printed up that law code for them, and I'm laying out, I'm making it real formal, laying out all the aspects of like how we'll hunt, the propositions that we'll make, how we're not going to impact the property or cause any risk to the company. And also I'm emphasizing the fact that a lot of other people that I work with are very enthusiastic about hunting and how much it would mean to us as if the company would allow us to do that. Because of course the company wants their employees to be happy if it's a decent company. And but emphasizing the fact that they're not liable and there's no risk to them is everything. Because if they're worried about that, then it's out the window. But if you can present it to them to where they are 100% not liable, it's no risk to them, you're going to make your employer feel a lot more comfortable. So that's the approach that I'm taking. And hopefully it happens. I'm gonna get a bunch of people from my work to jump in on it with me, and I'm gonna formally submit it sometime this summer with plenty of time ahead of season. And hopefully my employer will start hunting on the property.
The thing with your employer is, it's probably only going to be you that owns it for a while. You think you're going to allow guests like right off the bat?
Oh, guests? No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
But
I was going to leave that whole aspect out.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I'm going to request to be basically the executor of the basically like the
Yeah.
keep it organized, right?
I'll be the one heading up the hunting
general
property.
manager.
Yeah, because I'm the one doing the proposal and I'll be the one managing it and stuff. And I'd like it that way. That way I can make sure that people I'm going to set an antler restriction and stuff like that. This is all theoretical, but
Yeah, of course.
that way, because I'm going to also appeal to the biological standpoint of it. And because if we had a biologist come in there, they're going to say it's overpopulated.
It is.
It is overpopulated.
You've sent us snaps. It is
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's a fucking petting zoo. It's entirely too overpopulated.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I think it's got to, and I thought about going another route, was talking to the head of our EPA guy, and bringing it up to him, and trying to be kind of like, hey man, the deer around here, they're emaciated, there's not enough food, they need to be managed. And
start making
I
shit
thought
up.
about going that way.
Just say you got attacked.
Yeah.
Dude, I went out for a smoke break, bro. Fucking dog was ripped my head off, though.
Yeah, there you go.
The fuck, bro?
It was November, this buck was trying to fuck me.
You gotta let me hunt this, though. This is crazy.
I had on some Axe body spray. I think that's what did it.
Fucking trying to pull my butthole out, dude.
But, so I'm really, really hoping that pans out because what a property it is. I mean, I've seen monster bucks on there in November.
That whole area, it's that.
Yeah. But my thought is on, and it would be obviously outside the fence where I would bring guests.
Yeah.
As to inside the property, there's no way they're ever going to let guests come in.
Well, I'm gonna say something right now. If you are able to bring guests, bring the Tower of Power, because I don't need it.
Yeah. I get that. That's fair. But that's something.
you're a
That's an
respectful guy,
That's
yeah.
an afterthought for me
Of
right
course,
now.
of course.
I just want to be able to get permission.
Yeah.
Then once I get permission, and hopefully they allow me to delegate and manage manage it myself. And if they do that, then I can probably make that decision on my own.
Yeah, because where I work, it took them 5 or 6 years to get them to okay hunting.
Yeah, and that's fine. I will absolutely go war in the trenches, battle of attrition on that. I will do whatever I need to, because If I could hunt that property, it would be a dream come true.
Yeah, because it is overpopulated.
It is
Like, this isn't like,
Not making this up.
you just don't want to kill something. It is overpopulated.
You should post some of the shit you send us on the Instagram and Facebook and all that, and let people see it.
At 10 o'clock in the afternoon, and there will be 25 deer just walking around the buildings that I work with.
These deer, like,
It's insane.
and the more deer you have, like, disease.
Yeah,
There's not
absolutely.
enough food.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It's got to be hunted.
It needs to be hunted. It's good for the population to be managed. It really is. And I sincerely hope they'll allow it.
Yeah. Because a land can only support so much deer, and when you get beyond that, then what?
Yeah.
Then some deer are just dying horrible deaths.
Yeah, starvation, disease, and they can leave there. But the problem is because that they have the shelter there, they don't want to leave that property. So it's just creating a food shortage. And there's a doe there that is literally probably 40 pounds, and it's a piebald. It's a fully blown piebald doe. And I mean, this doe is probably about that big.
Really?
And by this time of the year, that doe should be twice that size. And it's definitely because of, I would assume, because of all the competition it has for food and whatnot, and it makes it hard for them. And I would gladly eliminate some of those deer to make it fair for them. To give them a chance.
Maybe give some of them either way. Probably not, but maybe.
Yeah, that's something I thought about too. Is maybe proposing some of the deer that we shoot there to donate them.
That'd be a nice pitch.
That'd be a nice PR thing. Because I mean, how good would that look on I'm not going to say my company's name, on X company donates deer to the homeless,
the shelter,
to the shelter. Like, come on.
And you're doing it. You really that's legitimately doing a good deed.
That is doing it.
Like that's
and I'd be all for that.
And the homeless population in Elkton, is
stupid. Yeah.
Hunters feeding the hungry. They give out I think it's 50 million meals a year to.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good, man.
You know what I mean? And I'm 100% all for that. I have no problem doing that. I would, if they allowed us to hunt there, I would be cool with donating fucking half the deer I shoot.
Yeah, because
the ground you get off
it
these
would
things.
Be easily. You would kill easily 30 a year. Easily. Like, that's no fucking joke.
Till they got hip to it. Yeah. But first season there, it would be
shooting fish.
I love that.
It would be shooting fish in the barrel.
Yeah, they'd be like, what is going on? Yeah. Oh man, it would be. Whew, I'm getting a little excited here. I gotta calm down. Yeah, it would be a dream come true.
Yeah, we'll come up with something this year.
Yeah, I've started putting it together, like the formal letter and everything to make that happen.
If not, we went upstairs. We were talking about just knocking on doors.
Yeah,
like how not formal you gotta be, but you gotta kind of be like
professional.
Right. You gotta be like the regular guy.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of land around here. We just bang on a door. I mean,
if you bang on 50 doors, even if one of them says yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
It's so worth it.
I mean, yeah.
And we'll shave our faces and put our button ups on and bring our Bibles.
Carry our Bibles around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll be able to turn out at least one property if we go do that.
I'm just gonna tell them, man, your daughter's really hot. You mind if I hunt your property?
I feel like if you sell your bow hunting too.
Yeah, that's another big. That's a good point. That's another big. People are weirded out by guns,
man. People get freaked out and you talk about a 30-06 in your backyard. But
I told Jeremy, I was reading articles. Because I've been into this, just asking people, if you sell it first like you're going to turkey hunt, people don't see turkey and deer as the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
You try and turkey hunt first, and then once July, August rolls around, like, hey, can I do your hunt?
That's a brilliant idea.
John will be like, hey, can I turkey hunt? And he'll never turkey hunt. No show deer season. There wasn't no damn turkey out there. Do you mind if I deer hunt your property?
And like old people, man, offer to help them.
Yes.
They're way more receptive. Like people our age are like, they're very standoffish and like, what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, there's always an angle, But like elderly folks, they're so much more open to just giving back and neighborly, just, I don't know, helping each other out. They're a lot more likely to give you permission. Like the property I have in Elkton, is an old couple, and like I said, I'll do stuff for them every once in a while, and that's all they want, and I give them some meat. That's it.
Fix a fence.
Yeah, chop some wood.
The guy up the street that lives directly next to Fair Hill, next to the playground up there. Mm-hmm. He pretty much. I mean, he doesn't have much.
You guys an item now? Or
well, he doesn't. No, he talked. Dude, is so cool. This old guy lives right next to the playground. Dude, and every time I walk out, he gives the thumbs up, thumbs down. He talks to me every like just lonely old dude, man. Every time I walk out,
dude, he was waiting for you to ask.
Yeah. Dude, he was like, man. These motherfucking deer are tearing up my goddamn rose bushes. Exactly. I told you about that. And he is like, he was like, he doesn't have much property though, but he was like, they bed. He told me, he was like, they bed right off my backyard. Right off my backyard by the creek.
And farmers are the same way,
he was
obviously.
He was like waiting for me to like ask him.
Did you ask him?
I didn't, but I see him all the time. I'll swing up there.
Well, I mean, farmers are the same way. Like when we left, when we were turkey scouting.
Yeah.
He said, come back, kill all the deer. And most farmers are like that. Like, how much money are they giving away by just deer just eating everything they have?
They might as well be money-eating machines to a farmer.
And I don't think, nowadays, it's a thing for people to just come and knock on doors.
No.
It's not.
No. Nobody does that.
No.
Nobody does that. Everything's so digitalized now. Like, if anything, there's an app, I think it's Hunt Stand. Mm-hmm. They give you not only the property owners, but they give you their phone number.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been looking on Onyx to just see, but they don't give phone numbers.
No. Hunt Stand gives phone numbers.
Yeah, I've been looking at like big parcels of property and like seeing what the name is and trying looking up on Facebook to try to get like some kind of like
idea about them.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's a big, like if I can find them and they're a big like Eagles fan, I'll show up with an Eagles shirt on.
Yeah.
Try to get something, but most are
probably a good look regardless.
Yeah.
The Eagles shirt's a good idea.
How are you guys gonna do it? Like the hiccup I see is you guys show up, knock on the door, hey, somebody already hunts here. Like, what's your kind of argument?
Well, it is what it is.
If they say no,
then it is what it is. You gotta expect that.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta expect that.
If it's a 50-acre property and there's somebody already hunts there, good on
whatever.
Yeah. Now, if it's a 500-acre property and somebody else hunts there, I'm like, oh, how many?
Yeah, I mean, you can't just. I mean, you kind of you gotta take no for an answer, but then you gotta push a little bit, you know.
Yeah. And if they say flat out no, you just punch them in the fucking face.
Yeah, just fucking
you
kill
fucking
them.
do a burnout in their front yard.
Take a shit in their garden
with a middle finger hanging out the window.
Of course.
But I think the whole turkey hunting approach.
Very good approach.
First.
I like that.
That's a good idea. I think that's a brilliant idea, especially if we can go right before turkey season. Yeah. And then we can actually hunt turkey there. You know what I mean?
We probably won't.
John's not. John will pull on the side of the road with a scratch box and just scratch it a couple times and act like they can sound like he's turkey hunting. I tried. What about that deer season coming up?
So here's a cool thing, right? And I don't know if he watches the podcast or not, but so there's my dad's best friend. Well, my dad's been dead for 20 years, but
R.I.P.
R.I.P. His best buddy is a huge hunter. My dad was a huge bow hunter.
Dale.
Oh, Daddy Dale. And he was a hell of a bow hunter. And his buddy Barry, shout out Barry Barlow if you're listening. He obviously he still hunts and shit. And he reached out to me and was like, "Hey man, I got property up in Deep Creek Lake out in Western Maryland." He's like, "There's bears out there, all this stuff." He's like, "If you want to come out and hunt some bear and shit, let's make it happen. I'd love to hunt with you." So I was like, fuck yeah.
Duh.
Absolutely. And he said he wants to build like some blinds and stuff. I was like, let me know. I'll come out and help you build some blinds and do some bear hunting. And I know bears is not really on your list, but I'd love to hunt.
I'd love to do it.
Something, I don't know, something about it. I just don't like it.
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
What is it, like Steve Rinella always says, like the first settlers always, like they use the deer for the pelts and then they use the bears for the meat.
Yeah.
Like I feel like bear meat would be unbelievable.
I've had it. We had it at a rattlesnake feed, remember?
Bear meat, and it's very good.
Really?
Yeah, we've had it.
But I've had it at the feed, and that's like basically going to a buffet.
Yeah, we had it.
It's so much that they're preparing, you really can't do it well.
Well, John, we used to go to this rattlesnake feed moonshine festival in West Virginia, and they'd have all kinds of different game meat, and we'd bear a couple times down there. It's not too bad.
Yeah. I liked it when I ate it, but see, when I ate it, it was made into sausage, so it's kind of like
it's got spices and herbs and shit. Yeah. No, we had it on almost like a pot roast style. It was good.
Yeah. But from what I understand, and the people that I have talked to that have shot bear, it tastes delicious, and it's very dependent upon the time of year that you shoot them.
Yeah, I watched
and their diet.
Yep.
Yeah. So if they're eating a bunch of blueberries, that bear's going to taste fucking slamming. If they're eating a bunch of salmon,
Probably not going to taste.
Might
I
not
mean,
taste so
to
good.
you it might taste
Yeah.
good. You like fish.
yeah, I do.
You love that.
I do.
You love fish.
I love fish.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind smoking a fucking black bear.
Yeah. Now I'm all for it. So I'm hoping that this upcoming season I'll be able to shoot a black bear. If I could shoot an elk, a black bear, and a
Oh,
whitetail
man.
in 1 year, it'd be the greatest year of my life.
Fucking A.
It'd be the greatest year of my life. I
Maybe
mean,
turkey too.
turkey. Oh, yeah. I'd really like to get a turkey this year. I mean, I know every year like we talk about turkey, and every year we don't really do it.
Yeah, we're doing it.
But we need to actually try and kill a turkey this year, not like just go out there like me and John. We walk out there, call a couple times.
Yep, there's nothing out here.
All right, let's go get some Bloody Marys. Yeah. We need to take it a little more seriously this year.
Yeah.
I think we can kill some turkey. I mean, it's just
I
we
got
got to
it.
get behind it. We get so excited about whitetail, and we don't have that same enthusiasm into turkey, and that's why
I got it all, man. I got the decoys. I got everything.
Yeah. Well, we need to do it. April. It comes in April, right?
Ooh.
April 21st.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even look.
April. We looked at it. Was it yesterday we looked at it? April 19th or something?
Yeah, it's
April 19th through May 24th, I think it is.
Yeah, it's late
Something
April.
like that.
I know that.
We will have our dates right. I promise. We will not.
You're not fucking that up again.
We won't fuck that. I think it's sometime in April.
I'll be out on the Eastern Shore by then. From what I understand, there's a lot of turkeys out there,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah. Are you gonna try to hunt some turkey?
for sure.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Now, what about Suga deer? You gonna put that on your radar this year?
100%. The
Yeah.
Sika deer is going to be something I'm going to try to hunt regularly.
Yeah.
I'll be so close. Why not?
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Yeah. You let me know. I'll come down there and I'll try.
I want to make a trip. You guys all come out.
Fucking
come
A.
out to Assateague opening day. Hunt some Sika deer. Do some
Ooh,
surf
hey.
fishing during the day.
Yeah. I'm all for that.
Yeah, we gotta start fishing. I've been fishing like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't go
Dude,
trout
I
fishing
really
last year?
like
last year.
kayak
I
fishing.
think that was the
man.
first year you didn't go with me.
There's just something
A long
about
time.
reeling in a fucking 20-inch fish on a kayak, man. It's fun.
Yeah, it's
dude.
cool.
You guys do any of you guys have kayaks?
No.
You need to get kayaks, dude. It's fucking
Cheap
fun.
enough.
It reminds me a lot of hunting. Like it's almost like that's your climber. You get out there. And
Yeah, my buddy.
dude, it's fun.
My buddy at work's like, he's just stuff beer in that motherfucker. Go out there and
Yeah.
get all fucking whiffed up.
Yeah, dude, I'll go out there and get fucking wasted at like 10 a.m. Fishing just.
You're lost. You drifted fucking 20 miles upstream,
Man,
downstream.
I
For the
went-
Inner Harbor, I bought
Yeah.
I went out
Fuck
Delaware,
am I? Phillips crab cakes.
Delaware River. What is that? There's a fuck. I can't remember the name. It's out past Delaware City. There's a little ramp there and shit. But dude, the current there is so intense, man. And I caught a nice sized catfish, but I didn't catch any striper. Mainly, I'm looking for I say striper. If you're not from around here, it's a striped bass.
Also known as a rockfish.
Rock.
Yeah, around here, rockfish.
Yeah.
Good eating.
And they're fantastic. But I was catching
Like
nothing
butter.
but cats. But man, dude, that current was so strong. I basically had to paddle. I couldn't even hold my rod because I would just drift so far with that current. It was so intense. But there's spots in the Elk and the Northeast River around here in Cecil County that are great spots that you can access by kayak. And man, it's just a good time. Get out there, you load up with beer, fucking take your tackle box and shit, and just
Man, your dad's got the best story about rockfish. Man, remember that story?
Yeah.
About he had his rod down.
Oh, we won't
and
talk.
fucking- we won't talk about it. When we have
Hopefully, he's
yeah.
gonna be on next weekend.
Remember that story.
He was supposed to be on tonight, but he's in Georgia picking up a dog.
The devil went down to Georgia.
what kind of dogs you get?
Cheagle.
A cheat?
I thought he was going to say blue tick coonhound, some
Yeah.
crazy ass.
Cheagle.
What the hell's a cheagle?
Chihuahua beagle.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, he's got a Chihuahua female right now, and he wants to just have something for.
That's cool. When he's got the time to take care of it.
Yeah,
So
he's
he's retired. So.
Yeah. Okay. I don't do the little dogs. I don't get it. Shoot or pass, little dogs.
I love my little dogs.
Pass.
I love my little dog.
I like Piper. I like
Yeah.
Piper, my little Chihuahua beagle.
I love all dogs. I'm a dog lover.
Yeah. No.
I don't like cats. Fuck a cat. Shoot or pass a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some great cats.
Fuck
I've
you,
had some
dude.
pretty good cats.
Pass
too.
on the cat.
Cats.
Now I'd use a cat as coyote bait.
Yeah, that's that's yoke bait.
God.
I don't like cats. I tried to have one that ran away. So
Cats are so like.
My son was like mortified. It was like, son, the cat as he came back. He's like, where'd he go?
You had it for like a day, didn't you?
It wasn't even a week. It just took off.
Cats are like.
I don't even know how it got out.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I got kids though.
Cats are so like they want attention on their terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are women.
Dogs are like, man, they just love you endlessly forever, and
Speaking
just
of my dog-
nonstop.
Speaking of my dog, she just left.
I would too.
Cats are like,
Cats
they'll
are
show
just-
you their butthole and then they don't want
Yeah.
to.
Look, I'm gone.
So are you guys next year? You guys gonna keep going to the butcher, or are you guys gonna actually?
Yeah, I'm going to the butcher.
I mean, if we can
You
get
guys gonna
some,
set that freezer up?
if we can get something cheap enough, we'll set a
You were
freezer
talking
up.
about it before. Like I tried to calculate it. Like between the three of you guys, like how
We've
much you spent
spent
on
way
butcher
more
bill?
than what we could
Oh,
have
of
bought
course.
one.
Like
I mean, I killed 10 deer.
But it's not even about
$800.
Yeah, we could have literally bought that trailer. I sent John one and he ignored me.
I did ignore him.
It was basically a food truck, tow behind food truck trailer that we could have easily converted into a freezer.
You gotta have a
how
big
many
freezer. It's because you don't want to play the fucking because everyone is gonna be smoking deer fucking
But that thing's
early
gonna be
season with the
lined
heat.
up.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like you gotta have a fucking big freezer.
Yeah, around here, if you don't have a freezer, you can't
You ain't
really butcher
butchering,
your
right.
own deer unless you're going to dedicate the rest of your fucking night to that shit. Like I mean,
And that's a big thing too, dude. You drag a fucking deer out of the woods, you throw that
It's-
motherfucker.
it's
It's
dark
like
at
you're like,
7:30.
fuck, dude.
You shoot
Yeah.
a deer at 7 p.m. By the time you get it home and out of the woods, it's 8:30. You got 2 hours to butcher the damn thing. You're going to be working on that. It's an all-day ordeal.
You got some cooter lined up after you get out of your fucking stand, and you're fucking lopping a deer in the backyard. I mean,
When during the season was it cold enough to hang one?
Yeah, very rare.
very rare this year.
Very
I
rare.
killed 10, and I think maybe the last
One or two, yeah.
I was able to
So
hang outside.
you need a freezer.
You have
really.
to. You have to have it.
Yeah.
Here in
And-
Maryland, you need one.
I
Yeah.
just like I need to figure it out. Like I know as me as a new hunter, like maybe I have no perspective, but I want to process my own deer.
I don't blame you at all.
Like I'm looking at this butchering thing, I'm like, why pay someone for something you can do yourself and get more meat?
so nice.
Why buy
The
clothes? I mean,
And people I talk to, they're like,
Why do you buy
"Take-
clothes?"
It takes like 6 hours to do like your first year, but then like after a while, it takes like an hour and a half.
do you make your?
Yeah.
And once you get good at
It's
it,
just one
Yeah,
of the
if
things.
me and
man.
John tag team deer, we can do it in an hour.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
It's just one of them.
I mean,
things.
we've done it.
Yeah,
We've done it.
We've done plenty of them, but the thing of it is it's the convenience
Yeah.
of just taking it to the butcher and being done with it.
Yeah.
You pay for the convenience, but when you think of it as a whole, all the time and money you're spending, not time, but all the money you're spending at a butcher. I mean, like you spent $850 this year at a butcher.
Yeah.
With that and my $700, we could have very easily bought a walk-in cooler and then never spent another penny on it for the rest
there's
of
there's a
fucking life.
caveat. So, but you don't buy red meat for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So it's like
It saves you money that way too.
Yeah.
But either way, say as a general year for John and I, anywhere between $700 and $1,000 a year. In 10 years, you're talking we've spent $20,000.
How much? What about electric bill too?
you can use that argument with anything in life. Though.
Yeah, it's
like
true.
clothes.
How
You
much
buy
is it-
clothes.
how
I
much
can make
is
my
it-
own
How much
clothes.
more
Really
meat are you
gonna
gonna
be?
get
I
if
don't
you
know.
process
I have no
it
idea.
yourself?
How much is the deer going to be for processing? For
How much
yourself?
more
Like how much more meat you
A lot
you
more.
can get?
Probably 5 to 10 pounds more meat
Oh yeah,
per deer.
take your time. Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of just sliding
Yeah.
to a back
Yeah,
strap.
they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. No, they're cutting off stuff that we would throw in the grinder.
Ducklands is a very good butcher. Go there if you're not into it.
Sarge's is good too.
Yeah.
I don't care for their. I like the butcher paper that Buckland's does.
I love the butcher.
But I like Sarge's the way they cut. Sarge's and Buckland's are both great shops around here.
Okay, we should probably look into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're talking thousands and thousands of dollars we will save ourselves over the course of our lifetime. I mean, over the course of the next 20 years, you're talking $50,000.
So freezer wise, what options are there?
well,
a shed and a.
and a cool bot and a window unit.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you need. An insulation.
My dad's got 2 sheds. I'll just kick his ass and say we're using that shed.
He'd let us do it.
Oh
Yeah,
no problem.
absolutely.
That's
he
what we
would.
need to do then. Why don't we just use one of his sheds? What does it? They're probably packed, ain't they?
One's got his motorcycle
Yeah,
in
he
it.
keeps them pretty clean.
Yeah,
The other one is full of my grandma's shit.
yeah.
But we can figure it out.
We could build a shed in my backyard and put a cool bot in it for under $1,000.
I would love to let a whitetail hang for a week and
A
a,
week.
half.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Just wait till
It
your
would
son
just.
starts killing deer,
yeah,
and then you gotta pay for that one too.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
coming soon too, because he's gonna start hunting more. He's not a huge fan of the crossbow.
I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I remember when
kind of sucks. He likes it. Don't get me wrong, but he likes his regular bow better.
I remember when
Who wouldn't?
me and my dad started hunting together, and I would kill a deer, and then he would kill a deer. It wasn't long after that he just stopped hunting because he had to pay for 2 deer.
I can't fucking afford this shit, man. It's fucking $160 a month.
When he finally realized that his offspring was a goddamn killing son of a bitch, he just finally just stopped hunting. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Well, he should start hunting that more now. I mean, he's retired.
He's like my dad. My dad hunted a lot when he was younger too, and he just completely just gave it up.
It's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of it.
We talked about this, I think, last pod. Just getting out there is the work.
Yeah.
But once you're finally out there, it's just heaven.
Yeah, it is. Until you got to drag it and then butcher it. It is always work.
My
But
dad-
you gotta love that shit.
My dad always said, the older you get, you lose. I guess it's common again among some people. He's like, I just lost that killer.
Yeah.
That just didn't want to kill shit anymore. I'm like,
I know a lot of old people that just like watching them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Just,
They've went from shooting them with a
Yeah.
bow to shooting them with a camera. Like Joe at your work.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah. He just takes pictures of them now, don't he? He don't even really
makes
hunt.
a lot of money off that picture.
Does he?
Yeah.
Damn.
He makes like $100,000 a year taking pictures.
God.
Yeah. He's really good.
Yeah, he is.
Joe Sobolewski, follow him on Instagram. He's really, really good.
Huh.
Give him a follow.
Yeah, I've been following. There's a couple guys like Lance Kruger, I think was one guy's name.
Freddy Cougar. What?
He's got, man, some of the pictures of deer, and it's all around here, like off the Susquehanna River and shit.
That's what he does. Well, he travels up to he went out to Yellowstone last year, took
Wow.
pictures of bison. He was up in upstate PA taking pictures of elk during elk rut. He's really good.
We all need to start putting in for the PA elk lottery tag too. It's fucking $10, and if you draw a tag, we can go shoot an elk 6 hours away.
Yeah, Joe Sobolewski.
Why not?
Joe
What?
Sobolewski.
Why are
Yes.
you laughing?
It's just so obvious. It's funny.
Yeah, it's like, why aren't we doing this? Why are we not funding this?
And the lottery, the shotgun hunt next year, we're putting in for that
Yes.
Bear Hill?
You know
Yeah.
what? Shooting elk 6 hours away at your leisure. Nah, let's pay $1,500 and drive out to Colorado and shoot them. It's like, dude, and I didn't do it last year, but I did it the 3 years before that, and that's as far as I know, they didn't even start allowing hunting of elk till not very long ago, maybe
Look at
10
this.
years.
This is a
NPA.
Pennsylvania. It's a Pennsylvania elk.
Are you shitting me?
No.
Why are we not funding this?
Joe Sobolewski. JoeSobolefsky.
Yeah,
On
Yeah,
Instagram.
right by the front door. Yeah.
He is a he's had pictures on like Mossy Oak and Ducks Unlimited.
Oh no
He's
shit!
really good.
Damn, I can take pictures. What the fuck?
Apparently, it's a thing. Like you got to be good at it, I guess.
Really?
Oh God, look at that.
She sounds like, really?
Heck yeah.
You should see hell yeah. You should see.
Yeah, tongue hanging
Hey,
out.
man, I'm pretty damn good with pictures, dude. Every once in a while, I got a ceiling fan in my room, and I'll put my phone on the ceiling fan and set a timer and take some pictures like that. I'm a hell of a photographer. He
He sent me this picture.
Dude, bugling its fucking dick off.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's PA,
Yeah.
dude. We need to
Well, they're Rocky Mountain elk that they imported, but still, give him a follow. Joe Sobolefsky. Joe Sobolewski.
I'm not going to remember any of that, so
No,
I'll
you
just
won't,
ask you
bro.
when we get off the pod and I'll follow him. Yeah, he takes some really good pictures, man.
Yeah,
That's art. It's an art form.
it is. He's got 6,500 followers.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot of followers.
Yeah.
My OnlyFans has like 2.
We have 501 on our Instagram page.
Could have fooled me.
Still only 48 on our YouTube. I don't know why.
Follow, like, and
I
subscribe.
feel like we're gonna post more to YouTube in the off season.
Yeah. We gotta do some stuff. Like we've got a lot of property work that we have to do this off season too, and we're like, we're pretty low end property work guys. We're not out there fucking with a tractor and shit. We're basically just hanging stands, and we might make small food plots and stuff. But it basically stuff that we're doing is just about anybody who has any access. You can
Average guy shit.
Yeah, average guy shit. Yeah. So we can make some videos of that stuff, and we'll post that to the YouTube, the old tube. I think that should happen.
Yeah.
Well, anybody got anything else for the week?
No.
Nailed that one.
Coyote hunting. I'd like to do that pretty much by the end of February. I'd like to get out and shoot some
Sounds good to
coyotes.
me.
I think that's something.
We gotta get a fox. Pro.
Yep.
Yeah.
How much they run?
Depends on what you want to pay.
Yeah, they're sky's the limit. You
Yeah,
can
we'll
get-
talk and we'll
Like I said, you could get a Bluetooth speaker and an app on your phone, or you could spend $500 on a Fox Pro that's got a tail on
Yeah,
it.
I think I've seen one for $650.
Yeah.
It's got 2 speakers.
You.
Yeah.
Or you can spend $160.
Yeah. I think we'll get a cheap one. and see
Yeah,
what we
there's no
can do.
point in.
Yeah. So, but I want to get some coyote pelts in my fucking house.
That'd be
Yeah.
sick.
It's happening. They're gonna be all over bathroom rugs. They're gonna be on my recliner.
I can't wait to crack a 30-06 round on a fucking coyote.
Yeah. AR-15, baby. That
Yeah.
5.56 is gonna get some.
Yeah, you're gonna use 223. I got a not 6 round coming at it.
Are you guys gonna eat it?
No.
Fuck you, dude.
Well, am I Steve Ranella?
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. There's some things that, like, all right, I get it. I'd try it if somebody else was making it, but, like, am I going to go out of my way to fucking eat coyote meat? Fuck no.
I feel like I'd be cooking my Cora Borla bear down there. I'm not down
Sorry
with that.
I'm not eating it. I mean, if you want to eat it, I'll
We'll save
take
you some,
for you.
yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying it. Don't get me wrong.
Oh
but
yeah, I'd be down with trying it.
I'm not. I'm killing these as predator management. I'm doing it strictly so they don't eat my fawns.
And
think
we'll
there's
use them as
something-
bait.
There's something, the connection man and canine. I don't know, man.
Yeah, we have a lengthy connection as our compadres, compatriots, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, shooting a canine is, or eating a canine is, I don't know. That's like Ranella calls it a hot meat, man. Like I don't think I would feel too good about eating them.
I feel like it's gonna be kind of weird pulling the trigger on one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel like I'm gonna look through the scope and see my Cora down there. I can't do it.
Yeah, you might. You might. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with that, because I'm looking at it from the aspect of as it's eating fawns. You know what I mean? And I don't want it eating fawns. So it's a necessary evil.
You are a whitetail man to the core.
Absolutely, I am. The white-tailed deer is the passion of my life.
It's my life. It's my lifeblood.
Yeah, I love a white-tailed deer like I've never loved another woman.
Hey,
It is a
I feel you
a
there.
very romantic relationship, and I can tell you from dating, just as an adult, because I was married for most of my life.
Ew.
But like now, like it's like, man, I'll tell you what, a lot of women. It takes a patient woman to deal with a man who's as passionate about hunting as we are, because it can be it can be a problem. But that's a whole nother subject. You have to try to keep that balance. You got to try and keep your old lady happy, man. And if you're a woman, the same deal. I mean, I don't know if you're a woman that hunts and you got a dude that doesn't, you should probably leave him. But
Fact.
at the same time, yeah, you got to try and manage your relationship well too. But it can be a lot to ask of somebody to be, I don't know, to accept the commitment that we have to hunting, because it is a way of life for us. It's so much more than just like, it takes up some of your free time. Now it consumes all of our free time.
Yeah, but the way I look at it, you could be doing worse shit.
Yeah,
I could be shooting up in an alley. I could be
true.
fucking whatever,
Very true.
drinking at a bar every fucking day of the week.
Exactly. I ain't out at the
You know how
bar. I'm
women
not,
are.
Right.
I'm not
You're
strip
fucking.
club
You're
or
hunting.
Ruby's.
Like, come
Yeah,
on.
but you know how women.
I know.
I mean, from September till last weekend, I spent every free hour in a tree.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough. And today I was kind of lost. That's why I was like out of my dad shooting my bow and just hanging out. Like I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself.
Yeah.
That's why I sent 150 arrows down range, 60 yards. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe this will make me feel better.
And it did, didn't it?
It did. It was
Yeah.
a soul cleanser.
That and some ice cold bush lattes.
And some JD.
Some good old JD.
Happy birthday, my brother.
Thank you. 29 feels good. You know what? I am like a whiskey in a barrel. I've just gotten better in
You
time.
taste like shit.
Yeah, that too. Like a catfish you forgot in the backseat and just.
That's what I messaged him. He was like, "What are you saying? Like a fine wine?" I'm like, "No, you're like a fucking fish thrown in someone's backseat in the middle of summer."
Yeah, time hasn't been good to me. I've got a lot of city miles on this,
City
on this
miles.
body. Believe
Little
that.
stop and go.
Ain't no highway miles on this ride.
Hard miles.
Not a stopping and starting.
Hard earned. I know everybody who watches this and doesn't know my age is like, that guy's only 29. Jesus Christ,
Yeesh.
dude.
I could have sworn it's 46.
Stop drinking so much, man. Dude.
Calm down.
Get it together.
Look like shit, bro.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna
What are
do?
you going to do?
Kill deer, kill coyotes, kill turkeys, kill elk. That's what the fuck I'm
We're going to get a coyote this year.
Oh, hey.
Turkey,
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
Yes, turkey.
Turkey, coyote, elk, sick of deer. We're making it all happen.
Yeah, man.
We are about this shit.
We're about
We ain't new to this. We're true to this.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Believe
kidding me.
We're gonna
Kidding me?
and we're gonna try to keep it filmed up and keep you guys tuned
No,
in.
we're content
So you can
kings,
go
man.
Before we sign off,
I can't. I'm not doing
don't
one
you
of them.
do it, you bastard.
Don't be a pussy. Do one more. Do small one.
Yeah.
You're a peer
Let's-
Do a
pressure.
small one,
I'll give you a
bitch.
small
Don't
one.
give us no gaggers this time. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give
All
you
over.
John's like handing us our shot glasses filled to the brim, trying to spill it. He's like, "It's just a shot."
Me and Ryan gotta get to bed.
That's true.
This is a
Me,
nightcap
me and
for
Seth
us.
got to shred some slopes tomorrow.
Hell
Or
yeah. Well,
Monday.
not tomorrow, but Monday.
Shred some. Oh, you bitch.
Shred
you
some
talking
road
about?
legs.
Shred some powder.
Signing off.
The Beers and Deers crew.
Beers and deer.
To a good season, fellas.
Yeah, and the content's gonna keep coming,
It
baby.
is.
Yeah, buddy. Peace.